Right now at 5, the woman hit by a CMPD officer during a controversial arrest earlier this week got a chance to watch CMPD's body camera footage herself. Thanks for joining us for the news at 5. I'm Nick Sturdivant. CMPD has already filed a petition to release the videos to the public as required by state law. However, victims can legally see the footage. WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre is live in Uptown Charlotte tonight. And Jesse, you spoke with the woman's attorney. What are they saying?
Well, the attorney and her client, Christina Pierre, came this morning to see the video, and they went through 20 different videos, she said, and different angles, different camera videos. And she also says what stands out to her is that officers did use excessive force in the arrest. Now, for her client, Pierre, she says this was really hard and emotional to watch all of those videos, to go through all that footage.
That's the best way I can sum it up. It was a lot of sorrow. To relive that event was traumatizing.
Lauren Newton is the attorney for Christina Pierre. On Friday, the two watched multiple police body camera videos related to Pierre's controversial arrest. CMPD says it all started when police tried to arrest Pierre and her fiance for smoking marijuana, but say they resisted. Newton now getting a clearer picture of what took place.
The first officer grabbed Tony's arm, and then she asked, what's going on? What are you doing? It's exactly what the eyewitness described, that she held up what appears to be a cigarillo of something that is a legal substance, and is repeatedly saying, I bought this legally from a smoke shop.
Newton says things continued to escalate, with an officer punching Pierre in the face, leaving her covered with bruises. CMPD confirmed an officer did strike Pierre one time in her face. Police say the officer was defending himself after she hit him multiple times.
Officers have the right to defend themselves, just like anybody else does. And officers are able, through policy and state law, to use reasonable force to effect an arrest.
After the initial struggle, 4 officers tried to hold Pierre down, and another hit her leg several times to stop her from resisting. CMPD says that's consistent with their training. Newton calls it excessive use of force.
She was already subdued. There was an officer holding her butt. There was an officer with his knee on her butt. There was an officer holding her legs. There was an officer holding her head and neck area. Her arms were almost already in the handcuffs when 10 of those blows were delivered. If that's not excessive force, I don't know what is.
Newton says changes need to be made.
I think what we need to see is a change to the policy that governs these compliance blows and when those are administered. And I think we need to have a refresher on the response to resistance policy that's clearly not being followed.
Now, CMPD says the officer who delivered those compliance blows was taken off patrol at this time as the investigation continues. Now, as far as the other officer, the one who struck Pierre in the face, he is not facing any disciplinary action at this time. Newton says, she says that a lawsuit in this case is possible, and she's looking forward to November 30th. That is the hearing where the discussion will come about the release of the video to the public, and she hopes that will be granted by a judge. Live in Uptown, Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.
And we'll see what happens next. Jesse, thank you.